Hello everyone. So I'm doing this other cast because on the other one it looked like I was using the Dorito chipset in my computer and everything looked really garbage. It literally looked like you were looking at it with a computer with a processing power equivalent to that of a potato, and I think this will be much better now. So this will be another Tenza game. He luckily sent me another one. So this will be a CVT. Gonna really throw this cast together. Didn't even look at anything beforehand. So we're just gonna jump right in, and actually we're gonna leave that nameplate up. Didn't even realize I had that already going. So this will be on Polar Night. This is actually one of my favorite maps. A lot of times, a lot of players like to proxy stuff back here, and I always catch them doing it. And so if you're ever on this map, it's interesting. I really do like kind of the 360-degree view you get of the natural. It can really harass from back here pretty heavily. With Zerg and Tenza, from what I've seen from him, just that one other game, it looks like he does like to use Muta. Haven't seen him ZVT at all, but maybe some Muta back here can really harass. But Terran on this map typically know that that's coming and get up some good missile turrets and whatnot. So throw up that production tab so you guys can see what's going on, but nothing out of the ordinary. So hopefully the quality is looking a little bit better. I'm trying to balance quality of the game versus quality of the stream. A lot of it is very CPU intensive. I just bought a new graphics card not too long ago and still have a good i7 processor in there. So hopefully this is all able to do all this stuff really happy and gloriful and whatnot. Gloriful, that's a word. Congratulations, Danny. You are now officially regarded as stupid amongst the entire clan because they're going to judge you for your English use. But apart from that, Tenza just setting up an expansion nice and easy. And it looks like pretty much a CC first coming from Jason. It doesn't look like Tenza, just with a regular 14 pool timing, 15 pool, isn't going to be able to crush that by any means, but we'll see what happens. Looks like Jason will actually send this out to scout, see what he sees. Tenza, on the other hand, we'll see when he... oh no, EPM, get out of here. It's really tough. You have to do vision and then follow, oddly enough. And we'll see, and yes, he did see that it's definitely command center going down, so he knows, but he also knows that there's going to be a wall up, so we'll have to see what he decides to do in response to that. This SCV coming around, just poking in, seeing what he's going to see. See what our Zerg player decides to do here. He's going to get a couple lings up, I'm sure, to get this little annoying SCV out of here. Nothing major ever happens in the beginning of these high-level StarCraft games, and for any of you that may be outside the clan or members of our casted, if we end up posting things there, oh no, that's a warning that my headset's going out. No worries, we'll just plug that in and we're all good. But just so you know, these games are typically all like Tenza. He is very high master, plays some grandmaster, so these are very high-end games, which is very nice. Just kind of able to talk a little bit more about strategy in these kind of games. No offense to any of the lower league players, but a lot of times all the mechanics just aren't quite there, so sometimes there's some general ideas, but in just execution they don't quite work out as everyone hopes. So Jason, nice and easy, just setting up his defense. No big deal, neither player here in a dominating position by any means. He's getting his factory a little bit quickly and a reactor. We'll have to see if he's going to use that. Maybe for 2 reactor Widow Mines at all. Hopefully cut down on some of those Zergling numbers that could come in at some point. And still waiting to see what tech route Tenza really wants to go. No layer or anything on its way for now. No Roach Warren either, so we'll obviously need that first. I'm wondering if he is going to go into a third base or even if our Terran, and yes, actually he is going to go into a third base, just as I was about to say it. And Tenza, I'm not quite sure if he's just going to delay. Oh, and he does throw it down. I was hoping maybe he would just decide to get really aggressive and really try to overrun Jason here, but no such luck. So we will be going into a little bit of a longer game. A little bit more macro is just going to be happening before any sort of aggression comes up. And it looks like, yes, he will. Oh, he's actually going to go for some Hellion aggression, just kind of poking, prodding around. We'll have to see if he goes with 2. Usually you'll see Terran players get up to 4 before they head out. But it looks like he will take these across and see what he can get done. May just be trying to clean up some Zerglings on the map, which will work out very well, as Tenza does have them on either watchtower. So cleaning those up, but now he does know that those are coming. And you'll see the Roach Warren, and yes, I'm guessing a double Evo chamber is not far behind. And so this placement, a little odd. I thought he would build across the front, but sometimes you see him, he does have a good choke point here and over here. So we'll have to see what he does. I do not expect these 4 Hellions will do a whole lot unless something goes catastrophically wrong. He's going to scout this third base, but doesn't even attack it. I'm not sure if you've ever seen Hellions attack a base before, but it's slow and painful and does not work well. Meanwhile, our Zerg player Tenza will be going into, he is getting 1/1 upgrades and going into a little bit of roaches, not too much. Meanwhile, Jason is getting that Infernal Pre-Igniter, which will add that bonus damage to light units, upgrade that even further, and he is pumping out a ton of Hellions. They just kind of continue to stream across. Didn't realize he was pumping out so many. He's got 3 more on the way. That'll put him up to, I believe, 10 once all of those are done. And those roaches, seeing 6 like that may be a little bit of an indication. Typically, like I said, you see Terran players go with something like 4 to poke around, and they never actually attack. So he does know that those are hiding somewhere out there. And we'll have to see what he's going to do with these. It's just 4 roaches right now going up against 11 Hellions, which are all going to be flying out. There they are, coming across the map. And in production, that lair is on the way. About halfway done there, getting some additional gases at the third, so he's going pretty heavily into gas, getting all 6 of those extractors up. Have to see if he's pooling that up. He's got about 600 in the bank right now. And double armory going down, and here come all of these Hellions. They are able to do quite a number. Oh, and these, oh no, these drones, how many is he able to get? Oh no, and they kind of line up. Oh no, an absolute great block here with the Queens, but Jason was able to get quite a few of those. See if I can remember the workers killed on. Oh no, and he's going into the natural. Oh, and so many of these are going to go down. A decent split, but all of these in the front. He's trying to run them back through the Hellions. Excuse me, through his own roaches. Oh no, and all of those, oh, they're all going down. How many is he up to? He still has 50 drones, but so many have gone down. 2 more additionally. Whoops, didn't mean to hit the pause button there, but so many going down. Down to 42. Absolutely devastating. And with this new UI, I cannot remember what exactly the button is. Oh, these Hellions. 9 kills on that Hellion, 13 on the other. So many drones going down. Hellbats coming out now, and siege tanks. He saw the roaches. Tenza is able to get this 4th hatchery up, and he's going to have to really recover economically as he is down by about 12 drones plus mules. And going into Thor's, it looks like he will be upgrading those. We did see the armory going down. 2 more command centers on the way. This game could get ugly for Tenza here if he does not figure out exactly how to repair his economy and get everything up and going again. The Guile Reconstitution for the roaches, get them a little extra movement speed. And he is getting the Overlord upgrade, just for a little bit extra speed, trying to scout in, see what he can do. Sensor tower and a missile turret going up, and Jason looks like he's in a pretty good spot. Already torn down these rocks here. I'm terrified to start hitting buttons because the last time I did that, I ended up restarting the game, which is just quite terrible. Actually, I'm pretty sure we can just go here. We'll at least look at the workers' units lost here. Pretty heavily in Jason's favor, considering a lot of those units were drones. Really, really killer. But our Zerg player is back up now, 76-63, but that's pretty close considering there are 4 mules out. The income, as you can see, very heavily in Jason's favor, but Tenza having way more gas. Clearly going for a little bit more gas intensive, as he does have now 1,400 built up. And he is going up into the Spire. That 2-2 upgrade, those are on the way. Terran getting 2-2 for those vehicles as well. This Hellbat is not going to have a very good day. These Vikings not able to do much, but are scouting around. And we are going to see pretty much tech build, as you've probably seen for Jason once those Thors came out. Thor, Hellbat, and Siege tanks. We'll have to see. And now, there we go, 17 mutas coming on for Tenza. That's really going to help him out. See what he can do, but with these Thors, if everything is kind of staying together, it's not going to be able to get a whole lot done. But 17, if they come in at the right angle, could pick some things off, like these tech labs. These add-ons are really annoying to pick off, especially in a mech build. And this missile turret, it's not going to defend against 17 mutas, I can tell you that much. One of the odd things about Terran mech is that it takes so long to get up to and kind of to get that critical mass. If you lose your army, it is like the polar opposite of Zerg. Zerg can replenish their army even with pretty high-tech units, but if this Terran army loses this tech army once, the game can pretty much be over if he takes a bad engagement. And here come in all these. He's going to try to magic box with so many mutas. We're taking a ton of damage, but he is able to do quite a bit here. And it looks like these Thors are all going down. And what has he got left? Just one Viking. Oh, and he can just rain some huge damage down on all these siege tanks. He caught them all unsieged. But all this making quick work of his roaches. But look at all of these mutas. Tenza with his muta usage is absolutely destroying. This tank number is devastating to reduce down this far. He is now down to just 5 tanks. Should be down to 2. Oh, but he decides to go into the main base. Will he pick up some of those add-ons? As I said, he might. And no, he's just going right for the factory itself. And what is here to defend this one Viking is simply not going to do much. It's sitting out being a little bit annoying. There's a Thor, but the Thor instantly goes down. That magic box trick utilized very well to make sure they don't clump up. And he's going to go over to the other one. And he does clump them just a little bit. Missile turret doing a little bit of damage, but he's just sitting here and taking this because he can. Jason's supply is now devastated. I do not think he can recover. There it is, the GG. And you can see how quickly things can swing when you have that Terran mech army. Basically, once those Thors went down, it was open season on the rest of his army, and that was pretty much the end. See if I can find exactly where that was, and it was right here on the replay. We'll jump back and kind of take a look at how exactly this transpired. You can see just these 2 Thors, and against these mutas, yeah, not going to happen. 23 of them coming in, and he just decides, he does a quick analysis. He says, oh yeah, I can take this. Roasts down those Thors, and then from here, what does he got? For anti-air, yeah, 2 Vikings against 22 muta. I don't think that will go well, and then the game just kind of toppled over from there. That was really the tipping point. So a nice easy win from Tenza there. Great usage of the mutas to go in. This is a lot the reason that you don't see Terran go into mech that often. It's usually very much a bio-based army, but good on Tenza for having a good counterattack, able to set up all 5 of those bases. Even though he lost a ton of workers, he was able to recover. He spent a lot of time really droning pretty hard, caught up, and kudos to him for a good game. So this has been another one. Hopefully the quality on this was better. This game kind of just served as a quality test overall. So you should see plenty more of these replays coming out. And I am your caster, the Dinosaur. Have a good one.